Hello, and welcome to Supporting Appropriate Behavior. This class will focus on children and adults who are demonstrating challenging behavior. You will learn how to create an environment and how to interact with individuals to support the expression of appropriate or expected behavior in a variety of settings. Throughout the course, you will notice that there are a lot of readings assigned. This is because the majority of the course content is delivered through these readings. It's very important that you complete each of these readings carefully. Some of the readings are geared towards early childhood providers. Some are geared towards providers of adult services. However, regardless of the age group that you work with, the same techniques will apply. So please don't skip over the early childhood readings if you work with teens or adults, and don't skip over the readings about adults if you work with young children. The techniques that are used are similar regardless of the age. The one exception to this is children who are very, very young, our infants and toddlers. You will use a slightly different approach if you are addressing challenging behaviors in children who are under 2 years old. If this is the age group that you focus with, please reach out to me early in the semester so I can provide you with some supplemental support and readings to help you be successful. The primary assessment technique in this course will be your case study assignment. For your case study assignment, I want you to focus on an individual who you already work with who displays challenging behavior. You will have a variety of assignments throughout the semester focusing on trying to figure out the dynamics behind this challenging behavior, trying to create an environment which supports appropriate behavior, and try and create a targeted, individualized plan to really support this individual in displaying the behavior that's expected of them to be successful in school, the community, and or home. If you don't currently work with children or adults with developmental disabilities, you can take and select an individual who's a neighbor, a family member, someone who you know through a church or community organization, and work with that individual for this assignment. If you don't know of anybody who might be appropriate, reach out to the community organizations with which you're involved. Talk to your religious leader, talk to the youth organizations you're involved in, and ask them if they know of a family who might like some support working with their child. If you absolutely cannot think of anybody that's appropriate for this assignment, then reach out to me and I can give you a hypothetical situation to work with. You can successfully complete the class doing this project with a hypothetical individual. However, you really won't get as much out of it. So again, I strongly encourage you to find an individual in the community at your place of employment or through your community networking that displays challenging behavior that you can do this assignment with. Now, you do have to have permission of either the parents or, if it's an adult, the individuals with disabilities themselves or a caregiver to do this assignment. You don't need to get that permission in writing, but you do need to make sure you have permission. Talk to the individual, explain what you need to do. You also will need to interact with this individual for several hours a week throughout the semester. So if this is at your place of employment, hopefully that will be pretty easy. If it's somebody that you know through a community member or through family, then take and say, hey, can I come over your house and be a mother's helper? Can I help with homework? Can I, help them clean their room? See what the family needs help with and volunteer to spend a couple hours a week with that individual, interacting with them and working with them so that you can have the degree of contact necessary for this assignment. Ideally, that content should be at least 3 days a week for at least 2 hours at a time. If you need to do something that's a little bit different, you can probably make it work, but just seeing the individual for 1 hour a week, there are parts of this assignment you will not be able to complete successfully. If you have any questions about that, please reach out to me because I do want you to get started on finding that individual right away. So, real quick, course format. There are courses divided into modules. Each module has a topic. Each module has a couple of readings that you have to complete related to that topic. It usually has a self-check, which you can take up to 3 times until you can get the highest grade possible. The self-check tests your knowledge of the information in that module. Each module also will have a video like this where I will share a few of my thoughts on the topics, help you make connections between the readings, or maybe fill in some gaps that really I think are important but aren't in the readings. And then some weeks you may have some additional activities in the modules as well, but the core of each module is the readings, the self-check, and the video. If you have any questions or need any assistance this semester, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me via email at lhutton@hartford.edu. But the fastest way to get in touch with me is to reply to a text you receive through Remind. That goes right to my cell phone. I don't always have my cell phone on me, but you will usually get a reply within a couple of hours if you text me. So make sure you sign up for Remind and definitely use that as a way to get in touch with me. I'm also happy to meet with you over Teams or in person during my office hours or outside of them. So have a great semester and let me know if you need any help.